All right, let's get right into it. There's this huge, and I mean huge, conflict bubbling up in the software world. It's all about AI, and honestly, it's a paradox that could shape the entire tech industry for the next 10 years. So, on one side of the coin, you've got this number that's, well, it's just staggering 99%. Think about that. According to a big survey from Atlassian, pretty much every developer says AI tools are saving them time. We're not just talking about a little trend here. This is a total revolution in how work gets done. But then you flip that coin over and you see this. Almost half of those exact same developers, 46%, say they just don't trust the code these tools spit out. And here's the kicker. That number's not just sitting there, it's growing fast. So what gives, right? How can a tool that's supposed to be the biggest thing in a generation be used by everyone but trusted by so few? That's the puzzle we're going to unpack right now.
Okay, to really get this paradox, we have to start with the good stuff. We have to look at why everyone jumped on the AI bandwagon in the first place. And the reason is simple. The productivity gains were just undeniable. This wasn't just empty hype. It was delivering real results that made people's jaws drop.
And look, we're not talking about some fringe tech that only the cool kids are using. 84%, the vast majority of developers are already using AI or they're planning to start this year. It's basically becoming a standard part of the toolkit, you know? It's non-negotiable now. And the impact on their day-to-day? It's massive. We're seeing 68% of devs saving over 10 hours a week. I mean, that's like getting a whole day back every single week. You can bet those are the kinds of numbers that get the attention of the C-suite, for sure. But, and this is a big but, this is where the story pivots hard. Because for all that amazing productivity, there's a flip side, a really dark side to this boom. A crisis of trust is starting to bubble up, and it's getting worse. You don't even have to guess. The numbers tell the whole story. You see adoption going up, hours saved going up. But trust? It's taken a nosedive. The number of developers who don't trust these tools shot up 15 points in just 1 year. That's not a dip, that's a collapse. So, if you boil it all down, this is the conflict right here. You've got these two massive forces pulling in completely opposite directions. Productivity is shooting for the moon, but trust is falling off a cliff. So, why is this happening? Well, if you've ever seen the Gartner hype cycle, it explains it perfectly. We all rode this huge wave of excitement right to the top, the peak of inflated expectations. But now we're sliding down into what they call the trough of disillusionment. And that's where all the hidden problems, the stuff nobody wanted to talk about, start to become painfully obvious. And the thing that's pushing us into that trough, the real reason trust is just evaporating, it all comes down to this one single thing that drives developers absolutely crazy. It's this, the almost right problem. Almost half of all developers say their biggest headache is dealing with code that's almost perfect, but not quite. The AI gives them speed up front, but that little word, almost, ends up creating this giant hidden time suck on the back end. And this whole thing even has a name now. People are calling it AI slop. It's this tidal wave of kind of junky, unreliable code that, yeah, it gets created in like 2 seconds, but it can take hours and hours to actually fix and make usable. It's a totally new, sneaky kind of technical debt. And believe me, that tax is real. Get this, 2/3 of developers say they spend more time fixing the bugs in AI-generated code than it would have taken them to just write it themselves from the start. And when they really need an answer they can rely on, 75% of them still go ask another person. So all that time you thought you were saving up front, boof, it's just getting eaten up on the other side. But wait, it gets even worse. The problem isn't just the bad code. The amazing gains we're supposed to be getting from AI, they're being wiped out by something else. Something baked into the way companies work. Organizational friction. Okay, let's put this into perspective. Yeah, 68% of devs are saving 10+ hours a week with AI. Awesome. But, and this is wild, a full half of them are losing 10+ hours a week to just company bureaucracy and friction. Do the math. For about half the people out there, the amazing benefit from AI is getting completely canceled out. The net gain is basically zero. And you know what that's creating? A huge disconnect, a massive empathy gap. 63% of developers now feel like their bosses just don't get it. They don't understand the daily grind.
The execs see the pretty charts about AI productivity, but they're totally blind to all the friction that's making those numbers meaningless.
The Atlassian report had this perfect metaphor for it. It's like companies gave their developers a Ferrari, but then told them to drive it in a bumper-to-bumper traffic jam. It just goes to show you can't solve a big strategic problem by just throwing a new tool at it.
So what's the fix? The answer definitely isn't get rid of AI. No way. The answer is to stop thinking of it as just another tool you hand out. You've got to wrap it in a real strategy, one that's built around people. That's how you go from having a shiny new toy to having a genuine game-changing advantage. So, if you're a CTO, your job isn't just to buy a bunch of licenses and call it a day. It's to build an entire ecosystem around AI, one that's secure, that's tailored to your business, and that gives you an edge your competitors can't just go out and buy. Now, if you're a CFO, this is all about risk management. The real cost of AI isn't the subscription price. It's the thousands of hours of rework, the potential security holes, the budget overruns from cleaning up all that AI slop. A solid strategy is basically your insurance policy against all that hidden financial damage. And hey, if you're leading the sales team, you should care about this too. This is about hitting your numbers. Why? Because an engineering team that's stuck cleaning up AI messes isn't shipping new features. A smart AI strategy, on the other hand, turns your dev team into a growth engine that actually delivers the product roadmap on time.
All right, so what do you do next? It really boils down to two things. First, you've got to look inward. Do an audit, talk to your teams, and actually put a number on how much this friction is costing you. And second, find a partner who gets the big picture, someone who can help you fix the whole system, not just patch the little problems.
And that leaves us with one last really important question that you need to be asking yourself and your team. Is the way you're using AI right now actually creating real sustainable value? Or are you just quietly racking up a huge invisible debt that's going to come due later?